So if you live in an old house like me, you might have some issues with the electrical. In my case, my electrical outlet has no ground. In fact, this house is old enough that I have this, which is a two-prong outlet. This house kind of needs some help in the electrical department. Now, all is not entirely lost here. Now, quite a few of the electrical outlets in this house do actually have a ground. So a ground has been run, but I need to figure out what's going on here because my computer's not actually grounded and that's not good. So let's go ahead and shut down the computer and take a look what's going on behind that electrical outlet cover, because there's a couple of outlets in this house that also have the hot and neutral reversed, which is a bit concerning. Let's take a look. With the computer turned off, we need a way to figure out if I have the right circuit breaker or not. So the easiest way I'm going to do this is I'm going to unplug the computer. But I have my security camera's portable TV plugged in, and I'm just going to detune it and turn up the volume. And I'm going to turn it up loud enough so when I'm in the garage at the circuit breaker, I can tell which one it is by when the sound goes away. Okay, I'm now out here in the garage. I can barely hear that noise, but I suspect it might be breaker 16. Now, it looks like this has already been labeled, and all the outlets that have grounding issues appear to be off of this circuit. Yep, that was it. So, may not be a problem with the outlet itself, but we will take a look. Taking a deviation from the original intention of this video, I have immediately learned that it is that entire circuit that has no ground. You see, I have already went to every outlet in the house and tested it and put a green dot where the ground was missing. That's missing a ground. And here in the kitchen, I have an outlet here and an outlet here. This one did not get a green dot because it had a working ground. And that still has power. This one got the green dot because it had no ground, and there is nothing on that, nothing on that. So, that's concerning. Now here in my office, this is the internet stuff, which is still powered on right now because it has a UPS. However, green dot. This green dot. Okay, so it's the entire circuit, and it has nothing to do with the, has nothing to do with what's in the outlet. That is an entire circuit fault. Deciding to check my bedroom, because I did have an outlet in here with a fault as well, which the red sticker means hot and neutral is reversed. That is still on. That's not a good thing. That means that entire circuit has no ground. So that might be something at the panel, and that's beyond my scope. Might need to hire an electrician. But we'll take a look at the reversed hot and neutral. We'll take care of that. Let me just go ahead and put circuit 16 back on, though. Yeah, we're back. Well, we can go ahead and get rid of that and put it back on the security feed. Alright, now we need a way to figure out when the other room. So I have a solution for this. I'm going to put on a Dave Jones EEV blog rant, turn up the volume, and then turn up the circuit breaker, turn him off, and figure out when he stops talking. That'll work. Let's try it out. Now, if this is anything to go by, it says that circuit 15 is the master bedroom. So let's see if that worked. And the answer is yes. And it said even all outlets, which appears to be true because the alarm clock is not working. This is not working, so this entire room is on one circuit. Except the ceiling fan. But that's fine. We can fix this now. However, I want to do something else. This is a bedroom outlet, alright? Why is there a GFCI in a bedroom? This should be out at the kitchen where there's water. We need to move this. Now, unfortunately, in the kitchen, there are two different outlets. That GFCI has a different shape entirely, so there's only one outlet it's going to fit on. But it's also kind of the closer of the two. These both should have GFCIs. These might even be on the same circuit. I have no idea, but in my opinion, they both should have a GFCI. But if we can at least upgrade one and fix one before I get more outlets to fix this, travesty. Better than nothing. So let's see if we can figure out which circuit this one is on, because I will switch this one out. This is lovely. Circuit number 12, kitchen, 2 sink outlets, an inside wall outlet in the Florida room. So circuit 12 is this one labeled kitchen. Let's hope the fridge didn't turn off. It looks like it says 14 is the refrigerator, but we'll see. Good news, fridge is still working. Good news, no power. So now we can go ahead and fix this particular problem here. So the first thing I'm going to want to do, even though I know it's off, I'm going to be 100% certain and use a tester here, which is still inactive. Good. Always triple check. And this screw is longer than the other one. That's really weird. Alright, let's get this out of here. Wow, there is not enough slack in this, and why is there electrical tape on it? Okay, so this has a supply. What is it supplying? So immediately I'm kind of terrified at this because this is supplying another outlet. Let me get a flashlight. Well, the good news is I have copper wiring in this house, which is nice. I thought it was... I take that back. There are other things in here as well. Oh, lovely. I'm really, really confused about the fact that there's a GFCI on this. So I am not going to I'm not going to move the GFCI from this outlet because this is supplying something else and it might be an outside outlet. In fact, I'm almost certain that this is an outside outlet that it's being supplied to, and that might be why there's a GFCI in here. However, that doesn't change the fact that the hot and neutral is reversed, so we do need to fix that. My concern is how do I rip this tape off? Alright, well, we'll just do it like this. I don't get it. Okay. Yeah, so Let me check on something real quick, because I was under the impression that the white wire was hot and the black wire was neutral. And this is on the hot side, so why does it show up as reversed? Let me do a quick little bit of research here. Alright, and this is why you always double check. So yes, black is actually hot, white is neutral. I have no idea why I honestly got confused. However, we need to reverse the position of all of these. And just to be 100% certain yet again, yes, we are no longer live, so I just wanted to be 100% certain of that. Now, I don't want to get the whole drill in here and everything, so I'm just going to use a regular screwdriver. Alright, let's go ahead and get this removed. So I'm going to do the neutral side, which is currently acting as the hot side, which is not correct. Alright, I might want a Phillips head on this. It's got Phillips head screws, so that'll be easier for me. Make some corrections here. Jeez, you don't even want to come out. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. So one part came out. There we go. Oh, goodness. I apologize if my head gets in the way. There is really nothing I can do, and I am worrying about more about how I do this than it's visible for the camera. Sorry. Just want to stay safe, you know? All right. Isn't there a connection in the back? There is. Input line, and this will be the supply line. And of course this has things in the way. So I really don't like how this was done, going in the side terminals like that. I mean, that's what these are here for. You put them in there and it actually clamps down. Going through the side like that is kind of like an old-fashioned way of doing this and not really recommended. So I'm going to need something, because I'm going to need to actually straighten out those copper lugs and maybe even trim them. So let me get some tools to do this properly. Okay, the more I look at this travesty, the more I'm a little bit confused as to how this house was actually built. So right now all I'm really doing is just straightening these out so I can actually put them in the holes that they're supposed to go into. And even though it's off, I am treating it like it's on. None of my fingers are touching this metal, because honestly that terrifies me. It already terrifies me enough to even be working on an outlet. But I mean, if it's off, it's off. But let's pretend that they're on, okay? Do this safe. fingers are not touching anything still. I am reassured to see copper wiring because technically this house is old enough to potentially have aluminum wiring. Now I do see some spliced connectors in here, and I'm really hoping that it's not... I really hope it's not aluminum to copper, because that's really not a good idea. So what I'm going to do now is do this carefully. I want these to be up. I can't bend those wires easily, so I'm just going to do it with this, because I want them out of the way. These are going to other outlets. These are the ones coming from the breaker. So I'm actually going to flip-flop them. And then get that one right in there. Alright, it's not going in. Why aren't you? Okay. Now you should. There we go. Alright, so it won't go in all the way, so I can actually snip off just a little bit of it, which is what I'm going to do. Because I don't have much clearance in there, so I want to actually try to make this as good as possible. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, that's in there nice and tight now. Now I'm going to put the hot, which is honestly the scariest one for me all the time. And I'm going to angle that right in there. Perfect. And so yeah, this outlet appears to be going to an outside outlet, which is why there's a GFCI on there, because you want any outlet that's going to be at water to have protection, and the kitchen should have one, but yeah, let's protect the outside of the house first. Alright, now I need to figure out how the frick do I snake this through. Still doing my best not to actually touch the wires, though I did just touch that one. But it is off, but like I said, treat them always like they're on. Never take a chance. Yeah, I really didn't have a choice there. Alright. Now I gotta snake this through here. Why is it like this? Alright, here we go. Make sure that's in. Good. Now I can tighten that. Yep, that's not going anywhere. And now I really don't have a choice but to touch it. I'll put this in. Alright, this one's ever so slightly just a little too long. So I'm going to trim that one as well.
jeez. Serious? Come on. Cut! There we go. There we go. Perfect. So this is really, people used to wrap them on the sides like that. That's kind of like the old way of doing this. Alright, so now they're both done. Now I should be able to put this back in to the box. These are seriously some of the stiffest outlet wires I have ever used or ever dealt with. Are these... Is this rated for more amps than it needs to be? Like, seriously. I almost feel like this is well overkill for this outlet. Oh, come on. You can't even press it in. Alright, it's the ground lug I'm hitting there. I really don't want the ground crossing that. Got it. Oh, wow. Let me use the Phillips bit on this actually. These screws are Phillips and it's just going to make it easier for me. This is ridiculous. Doesn't go in very straight, unfortunately, but yeah. There really ain't much of a choice there, is it? And of course the chuck is coming off. That's taken care of. Now we're going to go ahead and turn on the circuit breaker and smoke test. So since we didn't do anything with the kitchen, I can go ahead and turn that on. And then we're going to turn this on and hope for the best. And check it out. Now there isn't any light on this, but I'm going to put it in the tester, see if we got a good test. Good. I used to get a hot and neutral reverse. That's no longer the case. And let's check the GFCI and see if it works. So that's when it lights up. Cool. It works. Now, I want to find out what outlet is this supplying. I think it's the outside outlet, which is what the security camera is plugged in. So I can test that real quick. With it on, let's go ahead and see if the electrical outlet outside is functional and the security camera has a picture. Yes, it does. It's just rolling and flipping because the transmitter is, it's got bad caps. So let me go ahead and trip the GFCI and see if this shuts off. Unfortunately, it's not the outside outlet, so I have yet to figure out where that is going. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the house and see if I can find this mysterious outlet. Well, on the direct other side of that outlet is actually one further outside on the wall I wasn't even aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in here. Nothing. So let me go ahead and turn on the GFCI and see if this lights up. Why, yes it is. You can barely see it there, but that'll do it. So we now know that the GFCI is in the bedroom for a reason. It's running an outlet out here where it gets rained on. I'll leave the GFCI there. And with the magic of video editing, we're gonna put this wall plate on like that. Have a good one, YouTube.
So I wasn't able to really get what I wanted to fix, which was the grounding issue, but the grounding issue is pretty straightforward at this point. It's the entire circuit, so it's got to be something probably at the breaker anyway. However, fixing the hot and neutral being reversed was a pretty big deal. So that's done.